just counted them in, and we'll be underway here. Power up, and I'm just saying, I want grenades, but grenades being the best power up, obviously you want those every single time. But both racers starting out with the foot. Akerasi getting those awesome grenades and then getting another foot. So far, power-ups are actually not doing very well. My trick did not work because they're not getting anything, unfortunately. But, using good firepower on both, just hitting and not whiffing on any shots, you can definitely still get a good time out of this if you just, don't miss.
Yeah, the only upper advantage Teen's had is this spreader. Otherwise, they've been pretty matched for crap.
Oh, yeah, it's just a bunch of junk, and it gets even worse for Akerasi as he gets another foot. Teen is going to get out of here with a 138, but she really did nothing wrong as the game just did not help either racer in this situation. She fortunately gets a razor shield at the start, so this will help her get a little control of this room starting out. So this gimmick with Eat My Shrapnel is you have 18 shrapnels that you need to kill. Only 4 can be on the screen at a time, and if you were to focus on the shrapnel only, you still got to take out the foot soldiers. So if you focus too much, you lose time just based on spawns for the foot soldiers, and you don't want to do that. So using the razor shield very well on her side. She's focusing the shrapnels while using that razor shield to take out the foot soldiers.
Yeah, Akerasi picking up both an orb and some rockets, so he should have an advantage coming in next. When they both started this room, neither one opted to take out a shrapnel immediately, so even though it's a time delay, they both got kind of the same delay.
So as you can see, Akerasi actually, using that orb to his advantage to keep control of the room has actually gained the lead over Teen by about 4 seconds. So as long as that orb is on his side, he will definitely take control of this match. But Teen still has not seen one so far, so the power-up's favoring Akerasi right now. But hopefully we can get some good drops in total carnage for both racers, because they've just both been pretty crappy.
Yeah, this is where we could possibly see Akerasi start pulling a little more ahead other than just having the orb. He does have a history with this game, so he's not as fresh when it comes to the higher paced rooms. That being said, not knowing what he's doing in the privacy of his house, Teen's been playing the game a little more often recently, so she might be a little more fresh.
Yeah, I think she actually just told me she hadn't played it this entire week. Oh, Akerasi unfortunately loses his orb, and Teen is just right in the middle with the razor shield. She's doing a great job. And as soon as Akerasi loses it, Teen is going to pick it up. So advantage now is in Teen. We'll see if she... Oh, and unfortunately she just drops it. Dang, that was unfortunate for her. She was going to...
And gave it right back to Akerasi. It's like they just playing volleyball over the edge or something.
Yeah, but I mean, the power-ups have actually been a lot better for both of our racers. Like the orb, one thing, but Teen get a lot of rockets that where she actually takes the lead and avoids the swirl of shame there, getting in about 346 there. Akerasi not too far behind with a 352, 351 there. That's very good for both of them, about a 5-second difference between them. And that is good for our first Taco Bell product placement, Taco Bell.
I'm liking this back and forth action though. It's like a different leader every room.
Yeah, it sure is. Like other than let's see, it was Teen with the whole shot at the beginning, then it was Teen going out of collect power-ups, and then since then it has been swapping leads. Akerasi, Teen, now it's Akerasi again. Oh no, it was Teen actually.
Yeah, but Akerasi with the orb, opting not to take a gunner out, so he's going the Jackamus Wedge approach. Just wait until he gets a proper drop that will allow him to do that.
Right. Unfortunately, Teen had to take a death in the corner there. She doesn't have an orb right now, so gaining control of the center is not really an option in this situation. Just trying to, maintain the kill count and just try to not lose your life. That'll keep her in this one. Meanwhile, Akerasi still keeping that orb around is going to keep the kill count up, but he's not really staying toward the center, so unfortunately loses it there.
Yeah, no problem taking that corner. Taking the corner with the orb is still faster than dying repeatedly or trying to hold the middle without actually holding it. So props to him to just recognize situation and sit put.
Teen's getting some rockets right there. It's not going to take her to the end of the room, but I think she has gained the lead back.
Great razor shield on the feet just to clear out the middle for her, killing the tank with it too, but Akerasi's still holding it down now.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that Akerasi was here first. So Teen is not too far behind, about a 5-second lead for Akerasi. But as we know, Mutoid Man, he doesn't care who is ahead. He could always change right here. And since we're so close to this one, a dead drop, exactly what happened for Akerasi, has now pretty much tied this up.
Oh, but Akerasi getting a spreader with a little bit of that shield left, not really making manual use of it, dying now as he goes in for it. While
Yeah,
Teen has a lobber hitting that sweet spot with a refill basically on the feet.
yeah, I like the aggressive approach here. She's not really focusing on the gunners. Yeah, she's taking one out now, but she was more focused on getting the sweet spot, which I think is going to play a very big factor in this match.
Yeah, for those that don't know, the gunners are not a necessity to kill Mutoid Man, so if you have the ability to dance around the bullets, it is a time save to just ignore them.
Ooh, the nice spreader here for Teen. The Mutoid Man was going to try to block it, but he exposed it to the right a little bit. She gets one form off of it, but just a little underutilized there just because of the Mutoid Man blocking her a little bit.
Yeah, this puts her about half to three. Oh, as they say, that Akerasi pops the other arm now. So form-wise, they're all tied up. Teen a little ahead with a tad bit more damage. Oh, and now she's popping the chest. So basically one whole form ahead.
Yeah, she was hitting that sweet spot right there where the ball buster would be used because our space colonizer was doing a little bit of testing with that. You're gaining a little more damage by hitting that spot specifically. Teen is literally just going for it all. She doesn't want to hit anything else.
Yeah, it's a nice little find to make use out of what you can. Even if it's rockets, you can at least double the power. I wouldn't hold on to them and get there, but if you can get back there, it's definitely worth your time to do it.
So still a one form difference between these two racers. It's a very close race. Could be anyone's. Oh, Teen, unfortunately, with the spreader, runs into a mine. Akerasi still weaponless right now. It's just he got a grenade up pick up there. He needs a spreader if he wants to kind of close the gap here. As Teen is on the final form, two forms
Manual
back to
damage.
Akerasi. So, and now the game just gives spreaders and more spreaders. Oh, Mutoid Man just wanted to block that spreader on Teen's side. Akerasi still very much in this right now.
Yeah, if you could get a properly priced spreader, and right when I say that.
Oh, here it is, but I think it's just a little too late. As Teen has this lobber going right now, I think she's going to be able to do it with this last magazine here. But Akerasi, he's not too far behind. But
Okay, there goes Teen popping it.
yeah, that spreader was definitely something that closed the gap there. This is going to be a very close race, close finish for both Teen and Akerasi. Akerasi now popping the Mutoid Man there. 807 finish for Tineisbrutal. It's going to be about a 8:17 for Akerasi. Yep. Well, he didn't stop the timer, but it was an 8:17 finish for him. So Teen going to get the first win of the best of 5 series here at 8:07. It's also worth noting that with this being her rookie debut, this is her first win of the tournament. So congratulations to Tineisbrutal here.
To go one step on top of that, it's her first tournament ever. So that's her first tournament win, period.
Congratulations to Tineisbrutal. She gets it done here. An 8:07 time against Akerasi. And we are on to the second match of this round. I'm going to go ahead and get them started. If you want to go ahead and give them the rundown, I guess, you want to talk about the bonus damage again?
Yeah, sure thing. So, with some cooperation between Space Colonizer and 3Creepio digging into the code, there has been some Mutoid Man revelations. Essentially, the lobber sweet spot we all knew and loved is a little bit lower, but thankfully a little bit larger than we thought. Going into that sweet spot is actually susceptible to other weapons like the rocket or grenades. So I believe it's been said that if you have an invulnerability, no matter what weapon you have, just treat it like the spreader glitch, and that's your best shot at getting the extra damage. Otherwise, shoot down into basically the spine area where you would hit the orb, and that will get you some possible bonus damage. Nothing considerable like the orb or the spreader, but still getting double your points for your rockets, or with the high DPS rate of the grenades, getting double damage on some of those definitely will pay off. For those of you interested into the tech nerdy side of it all, essentially the orb and the spreader work the same way. When the item makes contact with Mutoid Man to deal the first hit of damage, it transitions into a blast sprite, and Mutoid Man is still checking for damage on that blast. And since the game has no idea what those blast sprites are supposed to do as far as damage, it just grabs a junk value. And 8 for the spreader, 168, I believe, for the orb. Tay.
All right, we got our racers going on to round number 2 of this best of 5 series here. Both racers again using that racer shield manipulation to get the shield on top of them. Looks like Teen holding the middle as Akerasi is kind of moving around a little too much for my liking. He does shred the Razor Shield a little bit, but loses a little bit of time just based on manipulating the movement of the foot soldiers, just kind of getting them off center. So takes the lines away for trying to maximize fire.
It's one thing I notice a lot of people try to think. They think that running around with the Razor Shield will do damage to get faster, which very rarely it does, and it will get you those 37s. But ultimately, all the running around negates everything you're doing with the Razor Shield. So, usually best to pick one side, dip into it every now and then, and just shoot all the other three.
So looking at this race, Akerasi gets a first drop orb, and Teen got a grenade at the feet almost. So the power-up's really favoring Akerasi at the moment with that orb. And just as I say that, Teen gets an orb. It is now an even match here for these two racers. This is what you love to see in Smash TV.
And then Akerasi drops it.
Oh, unfortunate for him. It's like he had it kind of going for him, but Teen, just with that orb and a little better fire, takes the lead here into tank eat my shrapnel.
Yeah, about a 5 or 6 second difference between them. As we've said, that's about a drop. So Teen making great use of things.
Yeah, what you don't want is to grab a nuke in this room here because it loses you about a second thanks to just the way the shrapnel spawn onto the screen. So Teen's getting a lot of nukes in this room for some reason. I wonder if Akerasi might want to actually take nukes just to kind of force drops and get rid of shrapnels. So it could be a play for him if he doesn't see another orb going out of this room. There it is, right when I talk about it. So he needs to maximize his fire, get rid of those shrapnels, then start focusing on the foot soldiers a little bit more.
Yeah, though we say avoid nukes, if you're stacked up with 4 and a ton of foot soldiers on their way, sometimes it's best just to take that 2-second penalty because it's still going to be faster than what you could have done to clear it.
The Teen was out at a 218. Akerasi not too far behind with a 224. It's about a 6-second lead for Teen right now. Riding those rockets, riding the power-ups. Akerasi gets an invulnerability, not really what you want to see in this room. You want to see Razor Shields, you want to see rockets, you want to see spreaders, just anything to maximize your kill count as Tineisbrutal gets just what I was talking about. Akerasi, meanwhile, hoping to get something better than nukes and, feet and dudes and all that stuff.
To make note here, Tineisbrutal. Her movement right now is so much better than even her last performance. Like, she's keeping the center really tight, keeping the firing right into those lanes and those diagonal areas if needed. Much improvement since the last performance.
Yeah, I was watching her play this game leading up to the tournament. Just here's my thing about Tineisbrutal. You can't really teach experience, which is the one thing that she's lacking. But over time, she'll definitely pick up more about this game. She's asking all the right questions. She's asking you, myself, and she's asking everything that is going to make her better, and that's a good thing to have for Tineisbrutal. Just the amount of improvement is just amazing coming into today's game.
Akerasi getting a spreader, making quick use of it, but unfortunately not able to clear the center as the Swirl of Shame makes its debut appearance today.
Yeah, you don't like to see Razor Shield as your last drop coming out of that room. And quickly now, talk about product placement, Taco Bell.
Fast service as well.
Yeah, we only had about 3 seconds for that one, but Teen getting a spreader right off the bat on tank trouble here, then a grenade to follow, but she does manage to take out both gunners, but she gets gunned down by a shrapnel.
Yeah, loose piece of shrapnel. It's so weird how they're just lumbering and slow, but they'll always catch you off guard. The fact that they're basically the same color as the ground doesn't really help.
Yeah, I've actually kind of started finding it a little bit harder to see those for some reason. I think just with aging and stuff, I don't know. Maybe I just can't see with its brightness on my TV screen.
It's the age of the CRT, not yourself. Just keep saying that.
Yeah. Oh, Akerasi, he gets an orb, but unfortunately he can't grab it because he's got the Razor Shield. It's one of those rare moments where the power-up is just slightly out of distance. That is unfortunate for him. He could have really used that.
Both shields do increase your basically your detectable hitbox. Like, the invulnerability will go out to the invulnerability. The only difference is the Razor Shield will actually prevent you from moving a good 1 or 2 tiles of space. So Akerasi getting the orb now, though.
Oh, I don't know how he didn't lose it, but man, he avoided a lot of shrapnel pieces there and the little foot soldiers. That was very close. Teen out in about a 503 going into Muto Man has the advantage here. Akerasi may be very close to finishing this room, but right now, just anything for Teen. She's actually on a PB pace right now. She gets a 2-minute Mutoid Man.
Spreader as the opening drop with an invulnerability shield. That's a great way to begin it. Getting rockets now to cover the gap. Kill Lobber's waiting for her.
Yeah, she didn't get a whole lot out of that spreader there, but Akerasi getting a dead drop doesn't really matter too much. That team didn't get a whole lot off that spreader. It's only a one form difference between the two races right now. It's still, at this point, it is anyone's game. Just depends how these power ups go. Teen is getting lobber after lobber. Akerasi getting a spreader. Hopefully he doesn't get Oh, I think he was actually a little too late on that one.
Yeah, that was way too late. I don't know if he saw it in time. It was probably, I didn't see if it was covered or not.
Even if he wouldn't have got, even if he would got it, it looked like Mutoid was just on his way to block it anyway. So unfortunate for Akerasi. Teen about a it's a 3-form lead right now. With the popping of the arm, it's now a 2-form. She's on the pop rip cage. Akerasi on a 1 arm. There's a spreader, but it's a prime location for a 2-player or player 2. But he is going to grab it. Hopefully, get some manuals out of it.
Teen popping the head now. She's on the penultimate form. Now Akerasi popping the right arm, so both arms off on his side. Teen, though, man, she's working those lobbers and putting those grenades right in that new sweet spot, so she's just been making use of what she has. Akerasi now getting the perfect spreader location. Mutoid Man moving out of the way just to make him waste a little bit more of shield.
Oh, that perfect opportunity for Teen. If she gets if she gets a lot of damage and bless a lot of transfer, she could PB with this run right now.
Let's go.
It's gonna happen here in like 3 seconds though. It's still good for her, but it's unfortunately going to be maybe about 4 or 5 seconds short of her PB. She has a 7:06.
Okay, yeah, so probably be like a 7:13. Oh no, 7:11.
Ooh, 7:11 time. That's 5 seconds after. That's 5 seconds slower than the PB that she's got on the board right now. So that's a good time for her, especially in this moment. It's elimination, and she needs every time she can get. So good GGs to her. Akerasi not too far behind right now. Just the power up's not favoring him as much, and it's also taking a death there. The lobber. This should do it for him.
I think Teen over there, I don't know if this is a flaunt or not, but she's showing off them new nails. I don't know if it's just look at how pretty they are, or hey, I'm doing this with talons as well.
I just want to add to the festivities that 7-11 for Teen and a big gulp for Akerasi, down 2-0 here.
Welcome on in, Brysoff. Now that you're here, I'm going to go ahead and bow out. Had fun with you, Leaf.
Yeah, I appreciate
to Teen, and good luck to everybody else.
Yeah, I appreciate you jumping in for a little bit, man. I appreciate that. It was rough doing it by myself, so I appreciate it. Really do.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks a lot, 40. So I see the opening match here. Teen has had 2 close victories. Good for her. 1 win away from the next round here in the tournament. Leaf, do you think we are going to see a sweep?
Well, I think Teen is playing a little bit better than Akerasi today, so it's very likely, but I don't want to count Akerasi out just about yet. I think he's got to at least have 1 victory in this tournament, so I'm going to say we'll go to maybe a game 4. Akerasi takes this one, and I think Teen will close it out after that one. But yeah, I mean, it could happen.
From what I could tell, Teen was making slightly better decisions, especially against Mutoid Man, and that is the difference between the 2 racers thus far. Slightly better movement and decisions on Teen's side of the ledger. How about everyone in chat? Who's going to win game number 3? Maybe we could get ourselves a little poll going here from GG Speedruns. Put some points on the line. Is it going to be Tineisbrutal closing it out here in game number 3? Or is Akerasi going to start the climb back up the mountain?
Just go ahead and get them started right now. I'll just be back with you guys in a little bit.
And remember, there's still 2 more matches to follow this. So nice triple header Thursday here, heading on into start of a long weekend for a lot of people. Lots of matches coming your way. We've got a 3-pack tomorrow as well, which is going to be 3 just excellent matches. We are going to have the 3 versus 14, the 6 versus 11, and I believe the 5 versus 12. That is going to be a fantastic pack. I believe that starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. Saturday, we have the number 1 seed taking on the number 16, Brysolf versus Space Colonizer. And I believe we have some Sunday action as well, but we'll worry about that after. Tineisbrutal, Akerasi, game number 3. No one putting points on Akerasi. That poor, poor feller. Or maybe the other way around, but I doubt it. So I'm going to put some points on my boy. Leaf, take over.
All right, so both racers doing the shield manipulation again. Just to kind of add to what Brysoff was saying, all the matches tomorrow are winners bracket matches, so just a lot of movement there. Not really a whole lot on the line. Just there's actually a little bit of one of those matches is going to influence the next match for this group in particular. My matchup against Skunky 48. The winner goes on to face either Mr. Dino or ET Go Ham. The loser of that is going to come down to face the winner of this matchup. So both racers having some pretty abysmal drops in this one. Akerasi getting an orb first drop last round. Not so good this time around as Teen gets some rockets. Akerasi hasn't really seen anything noteworthy yet. And there it is, an orb for Akerasi. Strikes first on this one again. Teen hopefully going to get something very soon. She gets a foot. Akerasi gets another foot. Not really matter for him. Another foot for Teen. It's like, we don't.
And Akerasi drops the orb. You don't want to see that and collect power-ups. It's just not that hard of room to hold the middle.
Yeah,
That's,
the spawn
disastrous.
Spawn rate not really as intense as the other ones. As Teen gets an orb, it's going to be the last power up of this room. You definitely want to see that, but you want to see it a little bit earlier. Out with the 137, she's got the advantage here.
And she made a nice little duck under move to keep that orb alive. And again, with a bit of a dangerous move, but she gets it done. It's a 10-second lead for her. Getting rockets now, so she'll be able to control the room. Let's see if Akerasi uses that nuke.
Yeah, Teen had a little bit of a time loss because she had 4 shrapnels on the screen, but Akerasi taking that nuke, just kind of a desperate move for him because he had 4 on the screen. He gets an orb. We are now pretty much dead even at this time. It's just, you want to see orbs early. You want to see them both at the same, like for racers. It's all about skill at that point. That's what's kind of cool about getting an orb on both screens.
Absolutely, and then it comes down to just who can hold it. The top runners generally will keep an orb the whole way, but it's these bottom matches. Whoever's going to do a better job keeping things controlled. So that's a 2:26 for Teen. And Akerasi has gained significant time. It's a 2:31, and Teen drops the orb going for the rockets.
Yeah, it's kind of strange how that actually works. She avoided a foot soldier on the left side. It bounced over and got one on the right side. So unfortunate for her. The rockets are on Akerasi's side as well. He's got some good power-ups going. Teen, we're hoping for an orb for that. If not, the Akerasi could actually take the lead right back if he keeps up his fire here.
Oh, for sure. And that back-to-back rockets to start didn't hurt. But as you can see, the swarmers are closing in. Can Akerasi keep that orb healthy?
Teen gets a key. That's definitely not what you want to see in easy percent because there is no pleasure dome. She gets another key, and Akerasi drops the orb on his side. So that's definitely what Teen needed. If she can, get some better power ups on this, she's getting some spreaders. There's some rockets. Akerasi getting a razor shield. I don't know. I don't know. It could be maybe a 5-second lead for Akerasi right now, but the power ups have just been favoring Teen, other than just not the orb. But just very good on her side.
A 4th key for Teen. That's wild. I've always been trying to come up with a way to have a thing you collected, 8 keys in the run, you win automatically, but I can't imagine it would ever happen. But then, this is Smash TV.
Yeah, Teen unfortunately gets a swirl of shame. Akerasi is the first one out of the room of 348. Teen not too far behind him with a 350.
350. I bet you can buy some new stuff up there at Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Product placement with Taco Bell. Oh, this is going to be a close one.
Yeah, 350. I don't think you can buy a crunch wrap with that one.
Clearly, I haven't been to Taco Bell in well over a decade because I'm sure you could buy stuff for much less than that.
Yeah,
Either way.
The first drop for Teen is a foot. It's not what you want to see. First drop for Akerasi, also a foot. What is going on, game? We need some power-ups. This is typical, as LOZ likes to say, TTT, tank trouble trash.
It's actually quadruple T. It's typical tank trouble trash.
Well, I guess that would be worse than tank trouble trash.
Either way, it's not really lining up for either. Both have the gunners gone now. The invulnerability, not a bad drop, but you don't have that orb, especially in a room like this. Akerasi is getting cornered, does fight his way out while Teen gets back to the middle using an invulnerability.
A foot as well. I mean, I don't think either
Oh,
players.
oh, look, weapons. The weapons, they exist. I see a spreader and a rocket.
I think Teen is going to barely get to that rocket. Unfortunately, what happened there is if she would have stopped firing the gun and just ran into him with the invulnerability, she probably would have actually made it to that rocket in time.
It was really close, but this time she's got the rockets and she is holding down the middle. She's just got to be careful as that vulnerability runs out, and she gets clubbed. Akerasi's turn with the invulnerability and rockets.
Yeah, it's like I do like the aggressiveness that Teen is going. She's doing the top level strats. It's just experience and all that's going to play a factor eventually in her eyes. I do see her eventually getting to the sub 6 at some point. She just has to get more under her belt.
So
So
5:39. Let's see what Teen gets. Teen will be about 5 seconds behind. That's nothing. That's less than an empty drop.
yeah, I think Akerasi was first into the room last time, so we could definitely it could change
It's a
it.
spreader,
That's
and it took him a bit to die. I don't know if he's going to get this. He can reach it, though,
Yeah, I think he
and
was just a
does
little late.
not get it. Yeah, he should have walked into the bullets as they were flying at him. Teen also going to miss out on a spreader, so a little bit of nerves, perhaps, here early on in the Mutoid room.
Yeah, Mutoid blocked that one as well, but there's another one. She's going to get a little bit of damage with that invulnerability, but it's
It's
really
gonna be
late.
it's gonna be tough to manual, but she does a decent job. Picks up the lobber. Still though, no arms popped. She's got to go bank off the top here. She's trying to get the gunners. Not a terrible idea. And she is indeed in the lead, popping the arm first.
Yeah, Akerasi using the new strats found by Space Colonizer, hitting the top portion of his head with those grenades. Those do 5 damage or 4 damage each hit. So if you
More
can,
spreaders for Teen and more. Oh my.
yeah, good play on her not to take the death there. That was a little too far out of reach, but Akerasi's still holding on here. It's the same form. I think Teen has a little bit of an advantage here, but they're almost dead even here.
Another spreader. She will be able to get a bit of it in here. Oh, not really, but it's basically a dead heat.
Yeah, both
My
arms
goodness.
popping at the very same time. Teen having the spreader. Akerasi still running with these lobbers. I think right now.
Lobbers do the most damage of the regular weapons when you can, especially land them in that new sweet spot, up to ×5 damage.
Akerasi's still in the lead as he pops the ribcage first. Still riding those lobbers.
Akerasi, do you see this? You do not want to fire directly on that sideways like that. You are tempting fate. Takes the lead here, but Teen can't be far behind.
Yeah, both riding lobbers. Nobody's really been able to take full advantage of his spreader just yet. Just lots of opportunity. Just spawns not being in the right locations for such a thing. So we got a 1-form lead for
Final
Akerasi right now.
form,
He's on the final
Akerasi.
form.
And no spreader chance here for Teen, so probably not going to get to do any transfer damage, which would be a huge gain.
If Akerasi is able to hit all these shots. Oh, unfortunately, he gets a spreader on the feet. Oh,
And now he gets run over, but he could get to the spreader if Mutoid blocks him. Oh
Oh
no!
no! The extra hitbox on the invulnerability prevented.
And
him
now
from
an
going
empty
behind it.
drop.
An empty
Teen
drop.
might steal it.
Is Teen gonna steal this one and eliminate Akerasi from the tournament? I don't know. He's got a grenade drop.
He's
Will
gonna
the DPS
go.
be enough? Will it be enough? Do we have to
It
go to a
is so close here.
Oh,
He
he
gets
gets
electrocuted.
that.
That's
Oh,
probably gonna do it. Has
He
to
has to
continue.
continue.
He just needs to land the shots, and she'll do
Oh.
it. Akerasi is going down, and unfortunately, will be leaving the tournament. Teen
Oh.
is brutal. Takes a 3-0 win here in the second chance bracket.
Oh man, that end game for Akerasi was just really brutal for him. Just unfortunate to have all that happen at one time. It's just the invulnerability, just blocking his way through to get a power up. Just if I don't know what to say about that one, but just wow.